The Interaction Council meets every year in a world capital or in a world centre. I think it's very exciting that they've chosen to come here, which is not a capital city in the conventional sense, but a part of a new economic development, which is obviously going to be a hub for economic development in the Middle East in the 21st century.
The IAC has chosen King Abdullah Economic City as a venue because King Abdullah Economic City represents the future of Saudi Arabia. It represents the future of economic development around the world, because the world is going to have to learn how to develop cities. China is building 40 cities. India has 100 million people moving into cities, and Saudi Arabia needs to build cities. The global recession has impacted everybody, absolutely. But in Cake, because we are such a young project, we are still in the construction phase, building up our infrastructure. As you know, infrastructure takes 2 years to build, but 30 years to depreciate. Today this is an opportunity. The drop in material costs, the drop in construction costs had meant that the viability of this project has increased and will allow us to build it faster and quicker.
The global economic slowdown has presented a great deal of opportunities, including depressed prices of building materials, surplus capacities of construction contracting companies, equipment, human capital. All these challenges were there 6 months ago but have disappeared. So now we are talking about a cost advantage for construction between 30 to 40%. Now the challenge is how much we can do in 24 hours, 7 days a week.
If you have the resources, you know that the world will recover, and so do it now because it costs a little less.
I would like to say that a crisis of this kind also creates new possibilities. And those countries who are not only sitting and are worried, but think long term, they will be the countries coming best out of this crisis.
Today, Saudi Arabia is the oil hub of the world. We have 25% of the oil reserves. However, when it comes to energy industry or energy intensive industries, we host only 2% of that industry globally. We need to increase that share, and through creating an industrial hub in King Abdullah Economic City, we'll be able to leverage that energy base to create a larger energy industry.
We aren't diversifying away from our core competences or competitive advantages. We are diversifying, but by leveraging our competitive advantages, being an energy capital of the world and a hub between East and West.
60% of the population is under 30 years old. This population will require both housing and jobs. Without the creation of new urban centers like King Abdullah Economic City, it will be difficult for current cities to house that population, and hence certainly it is a crucial part of the kingdom's development plans.
Here the idea of diversifying and do it quickly, because oil will end, will not be forever. I think this is the best choice.
Of course, they have been relying for a long time only on production of oil. Now they want to have a diversified economy, and they're moving in petrochemistry and in many other areas, that they were not doing before. And it is wise on their part to be able to create jobs for their citizens.
Saudi Arabia is the most cost-effective production location on the face of the earth for energy-intensive industries, and a great launch pad as a hub between East and West to cater 250 million consumers within 3 hours flying time from the center of Saudi Arabia.
Because there are also huge investments, as we can see around here, there will be possibilities, first of all, for companies, enterprises in Saudi Arabia, but I'm sure they will invite also international companies in the bidding process. So if these international companies, European, American, Japanese and others are interested, they should look very carefully at what's going on in Saudi Arabia.